Hello, I'm Tom Palmer and I'm a children's author, and I write historical fiction such as these, which is why I'm delighted to be doing this video for Time Tunnellers. Thank you very much to Time Tunnellers for letting me do a video and be part of what you do to promote historical fiction reading and writing. I'm here by Grasmere. Grasmere is a small body of water in Cumbria in northern England. And it's where my new book, Angel of Grasmere, is set. And I've set 3 books in Cumbria now, in this part of the world, because I love Cumbria. I really love coming here. I really love its history, its culture. I love the people who live here now. I've got lots of friends who live up here now, and I love setting books here. But it's not just because of Cumbria that I've set books in this part of the world. My historical fiction, each of these, I was thinking about them, each of these is based on a real person from history. This one, Armistice Runner, it's about a girl from today who's a fell runner, so somewhat a girl who runs up and down those fells. But it's also based on a fell runner from the early 20th century called Ernest Dalzell, who was an amazing fell runner who went to the First World War and was killed during the First World War. And so my story is very much inspired by him, by Ernest Dalzell, and also by my daughter, who I've done a lot of fell running with over the years. Another of the books that I've set here is called After the War, and that is about a group of children. In fact, I can show you a picture. A group of children who came to the Lake District, to Windermere specifically, and they came here as refugees in 1945 after the Second World War. They were Holocaust survivors and they were orphans. And one of these who I met and interviewed was called Ben Helfgott, Sir Ben Helfgott, and sadly he died in 2023. But I was very lucky to meet him and make him part of this story, and he helped me and his family helped me. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to choose real people from history, and that's what inspires me to write my stories. And I think, as well as choosing a place and a time, it's the people from history that really inspire me. And those 2 books are inspired by real people. And my new book, Angel of Grasmere, is also inspired by a real person. And that's why I'm here at Grasmere, the small lake in Cumbria, just sort of north of Windermere. Because this book, although this book is set in 1940, and it's about a girl called Tarn, whose brother Jos has been reported killed at Dunkirk during the Second World War, a large part of this book is inspired by someone who used to grace the banks of this lake, and the person who really inspired this book, and that person is Dorothy Wordsworth. And Dorothy Wordsworth was an amazing writer. She wrote amazing journals about this part of the world, and me personally, I've found this book very comforting over the last couple of years. I really love it. Sometimes reading excites me, sometimes reading teaches me, but for me, this book has been very important to me in my life at a difficult time, to help me feel calmer and happier and more in touch with nature. I love this book, and because of that, and because I came to love Dorothy Wordsworth, I really wanted to put her in a book. In the same way I wanted to put Ernest Dalzell in a book, and the same way I wanted to put Sir Ben Helfgott in a book, I wanted to do the same with Dorothy Wordsworth. And that's what basically her role in the book is. Jos, who's a bit older than Tarn, he uses Dorothy Wordsworth as a role model to teach Tarn, to encourage her to grow up and to be brave, to be adventurous, and to be at one with nature. And that's what I really wanted to do in the book. So that's what I wanted to say to you, really. I write historical fiction about places, about periods of time, but very much about the people who lived in those places during those periods of time. And my job now is to set you a writing challenge. And my writing challenge is there someone that you really look up to as a historical figure? You know, it could be anyone from any period of time, from any place. Who is it that really grips you, and how can you work them into a story? For me, I've sort of included people as actual characters, or I've included the memory of those people influencing other people. So can you think, Time Tunnellers, of a historical figure, really well known or not very well known at all. It could be someone from your family, someone personal, anyone from history, and can you think how you could work a story around them? And I've done, connected to this, I've done a short blog which I've put a few ideas as to how I would go about developing a story around a historical figure. Anyway, so thank you for joining me here on the banks of Grasmere. This is a place which makes me really happy, and it's lovely to share it with you, actually. I'm really glad I've been able to show you one of my really happy places. Anyway, thank you for listening, and check out these books, but also check out this, because this is an amazing book. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.